You're going to go and we're back, weren't you?
Back.
Here we are with episode 2 of What the Pluck.
Guys, how does it feel having us back in your lives?
I know.
We had a very nice break over Christmas.
We did.
Episode 1 dropped last week, and that was your first bit of What the Pluck of 2024.
It were.
And it's only going up from here, baby.
We're back in the swing. We are back
It's like
in
we've
the
never
swing.
been away.
I knew I told you this when we get back into it. I
Yeah.
said, we'll be fine. We'll be all right.
It's like riding a bike.
As soon as we get back into it, we'll be all right.
I think it's just because we're really good at talking.
Shit.
A lot of rubbish. But we are on location again. There's going to be plenty more of these coming up this season. And we've got a very special guest, and we have been hyping this episode up all week because we're going to be discussing the hottest brow trend in the brow industry of 2024.
Definitely.
Because it is blowing up.
If you've got TikTok or Instagram, you will no doubt have seen this trend. So we're super excited to get an exclusive about it, aren't we?
Exclusive, because
Yeah.
you heard it here first, guys. So we are at Bad Girl Brows, and we are joined by a very special guest, because you are bringing Airbrush Brows to the market. I mean, by the time this goes out, your first course will have already been live and happened.
Yeah, it's a bit surreal. It's gone a bit crazy, and I really agree with you. I think it's going to be like the biggest trend of 2024.
Yeah.
Because not only is it aesthetically like wow, like when you're looking at the reels, you're just like, wow, that looks so good. You just kind of want to watch it again and again.
Yeah.
But no one's doing it.
Yeah.
No.
No one's doing it. So
Brand new.
It's brand new, and it looks amazing. And you don't need an extra qualification if you're already qualified in like tinting and waxing.
Wow, that's good.
So
That's really good.
You can just kind of get straight on with it after a
Yeah.
masterclass.
Yeah.
Right, so let's rewind.
'Kay.
Tell us about how you got into this industry, how long you've been in it, and a little bit about who you are in this industry and what you've done.
Coolio. Right, so I'm Natalie Della-Verde, and I am the owner of Bad Girl Brows. I'm a training academy and a small studio/salon based in Leeds. I've been in the industry now, I'd say about 8 or 9 years. I think it's 9. I think this year will be 9 years. And predominantly I'm a permanent makeup artist.
Right.
But actually what happened was, training permanent makeup, it's really difficult if you've not got the right mentor, I would say, because everybody gets the fundamental training.
Yeah.
You then
Absolutely.
need to get a mentor, and you need to then do further training to
Yeah.
be good at it. And at this time I didn't have any of that.
Yeah.
So I kind of gave it up, but then something happened, a life event happened that changed everything for me. Really sad, actually. My sister passed away, and I actually needed something to focus on to
Yeah.
get me back into things.
Yeah.
So I started doing the permanent makeup after 2 years of not really doing anything with it, because I'd messed up a few faces by that point, like you do
Well, yeah.
when
you
you're
do.
first starting.
Yeah.
And I wasn't getting those clients through the door, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to start doing brow waxing, tinting, be the brow artist, and then I'm going to convert them to microblading, and it actually worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I then just became really big. I was at my home studio, and then it got too big, and then I was like, right, I'm going to have to get a salon.
Yeah.
Because I was training by that point, and I was looking all my stuff around, and it was just like, I need a base.
Yeah.
I'm sick of like sitting in my kitchen feeding people at like 10 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
having
Yeah.
a glass of wine with all my clients.
Yeah.
So I was like, right, I need to separate my work life and home life, and I got the salon, and that was 4 years ago now, 4 and a bit years ago, and I've never looked back, really. I think the brow life chose me,
Yeah.
and I'm happy to be in it.
Good.
Brow life.
Yeah, and
we
you're
love the brow life.
And in our little community, in
Yeah.
our little brow family.
Yeah. So we met at this year's Brow Awards.
2023 Brow Award.
Yeah.
Oh, last year's Brow
2023
Awards.
September.
And the Brow Awards, guys, for any of you who've not been, any
Oh
kind
my
of
God.
network eventing
Yeah.
like that, you need to be getting yourselves on it. We're going to discuss a networking event that you are involved in towards the end of the episode. But anywhere where you can go to kind of be in a room filled with people that have the same passion as you do,
Yeah.
invest the money in a ticket, even if you're going by yourself.
Yeah,
We've spoke
we've said
about
this
this
before,
loads.
yeah.
You
It's
get
great to
so
network
much
and that, yeah.
from it, and networking and just being in a room full of people that just love a bit of hair on someone's face like we all do.
And do you know what my mum said this to me when she went to Brow Awards? She said, do you know what I think's really nice about going to these awards? She went, you know, this industry that we're in gets a lot of like stigma for like being bitchy or competitive. She went, all the girls, you know, there's hundreds of girls in this room and they're all really happy for each other.
Yeah.
And so nice. She said, and I wish other people could see this side of the industry and see, like,
I agree.
You know, when there were people on our tables that won, and you know, people on the table next to you, you're like, it don't matter that you haven't won, you're just happy for them, and it's such a nice, like, and I think everybody who gives like the industry this bitchy kind of thing, I wish they could see that behind the scenes and see how everybody networks and comes together, no matter how great their success is or how new they are to industry. When you're in that room in a Brow Awards or something like that, you're all the same.
Yeah, it don't
totally
matter
agree.
who you are,
you're
how
all
many
on the same
followers
level.
and stuff you've got. You're
Don't
all
matter.
there to just enjoy yourselves and be together.
And I think that you will always take something away.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's like for later on, we'll talk about that, but you can always take something away when you go to an event.
Yeah.
You might learn something, just even if you learn one thing, even if you make one friend or one connection, it's worth whatever you're paying for that ticket.
Yeah.
It is.
And going on your own, like what you said before, I went to a conference in Rotterdam. The next one's in Amsterdam. I went to a conference in Rotterdam on my own, and it was the best thing I ever did.
Yeah.
When they say your network is your net worth, they are not lying. Like, from that, I made so many connections, made actual real friends.
Yeah.
Do you know,
Like-minded as well, or in this industry.
who
and-
understand the pressures, who understand like what we go through, because I think it's such a unique thing, like working with people's faces. I think that only we will understand it.
100%. And we've talked about it before, like, we've got friends that are not in the industry, so when we talk about our work and our workload and stuff, all my friends know is that I work all the time. They don't really know like what I actually do or go through. Whereas if you've got somebody that's in the industry, like me and him, like, we're like the best of friends because we can relate to every aspects of what you go through with work and how draining it can be, and clients,
energy, you know, like everything's energy.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're seeing like up to like 10 clients a day. Then of course some of that energy is going to rub off on you. You've got to be a therapist, you've got to be a cleaner, you've got to be a social media expert, counsellor. There's all sorts going on. So we need people.
So it's so nice to get into that whole thing of going to awards. And there was some girl when we did the Lash Awards, there were actually a girl, bless her, that won as well, and we were like, who are you here with? And she was like, just me. Oh my god,
that.
I loved it. And I just said, well, good for you. She was like, we were all dressed up and everything, and she came on her own, and I just love that. I think it's really important to get in this industry, and we've been really lucky. We've probably, this podcast has helped us a lot to know a lot of people in the industry.
Exactly.
And be friends with them. So book your tickets for the Lash and Brow Awards.
Right, let's get to the meat of this episode, because I want to know everything. Well, I know you can't tell us everything because you have
everything
got an online course, but everything that you can tell us about this new airbrush brow trend that is just sweeping the internet.
Okay, so I saw this, I want to say September, and one of my biggest inspirations, she's in America, she's called Miss Nicole J. Savvy Creations. So she, big shout out to her because she is so inspiring, and I was like, wow, this is incredible, because obviously I do like the Bad Gal Definition Brow and the Bad Gal Henna Brows, which is like brow mapping and all of that, create my own brow mapping technique and everything. So I'm just obsessed with like brows and tinting and all that kind of stuff, even though I do permanent makeup. And I saw that and I was like, I want to do that. So I spoke to Debs and I was like, so it was 6 months ago. So I spoke to Debs and I was like, Debs, look at this. Like, this is incredible. This is going to blow up. I know that if we work together, we can create something magical. So I just started working on it, and so did she. And then we just worked in secret, and I was just doing demo models and perfecting the stain and seeing the longevity of it and all of the things that goes into creating an online course. Because I've got an online course in henna brows, and that took me like 6 months to do. So I think what you see is like you see something and you think, oh, you've just like mastered that straight away, but there's a lot that goes into behind it. So doing all of that with Debs, and then Debs was like creating the products and things like the brow buddies and
Debs, by the way, guys, for anybody who's listening, is Debs from the Brow Awards, so the Brow Geek.
So she's called the Brow Geek, and she's a creator of Infinity Hybrid, which is the most incredible stain, and it has like
aqua drops.
That's it. It's amazing. So
shout out Debs.
Big shout out to Debs. So then I just started doing it, and I just could not believe the results. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And it's, you know, like we hone in and we get in our little zone. And like a lot of people that do brows that I know have like ADHD or like something where the brain can't, you're just constantly thinking. But when you do brows, you're just in your zone. And you know this, it's so therapeutic. You know, when you do it, so therapeutic.
It's like one of them videos. What are they called? Them videos, like really when you watch it, it's so like, what are they called?
ASMR.
Yeah, they're a bit like that. You know, like when you're watching it, you think, I'm gonna watch that again. You know, like it is a
even doing it feels like that. Honestly, it's like, we're gonna want to wipe this off and do it again. But it's so I just loved it, and I just love that front finish. You know, that ombre finish.
Really soft, and
you cannot get that with just the. I cannot get it. There's probably people that are like, excuse me, honey, I can get that. But I don't think you can get that effect from just applying the tint with a brush or with any other application. It's so soft and so gradient. And I do ombre brow tattoos. That's one of the main things that I'm known for. And I just liken it to the ombre brow tattoo, you know, that gradient finish. So I'm just obsessed with it. I posted, so I was like, right, Debs, we're ready. We're going to launch this end of Jan. I know it's going out in Feb, but so I posted the reel, and the first reel has just gone viral. And it's weird because I've had one viral video before, so I thought, oh, maybe we'll get like, you know,
couple hundred
likes.
And it's just got a bit
blown
viral.
up and got
I
wild.
think I've got about 600 saves. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, and I've seen as well, so what both yourself and Debs have put out, obviously with the airbrush, is it a gun? Is that the right name for it?
So it's like an airbrush gun, and it's similar to, I mean, this is not new, guys. This is just like everything in the industry, it gets recycled. Yeah. Don't you think?
Yeah,
so it's like,
it does, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, this is in fashion at the moment. Oh, no, that's not in fashion. Like, then 10 years down the line, it's like so in fashion. And I think it's the same with like, a lot of people are saying, oh, this is just like airbrush makeup. Do you remember years ago?
Airbase. I used to do it. Airbase.
There you go. Yeah. So
I've still got my machine actually.
There you have. Well, give it a go.
I will
give it a go.
Yeah, I have. I've still got my machine.
Give it a go.
It were great for bridal makeup and stuff like that. Flawless.
Exactly. Yeah. So this is what I mean. So I think it's just people are using old techniques and rejudging them with the new technology, like the new technology. Because probably the machine you had then, I don't know what it was like, but I don't think it'll be as sophisticated and portable as like this one that I use, which I do have an affiliate link for. We'll pop it in the comments. So I think that this one that I use is portable and it's wireless.
Right.
Was the one wireless that you got?
No.
Yeah.
But I also remember, I said this to Jamie earlier this morning, I've been in the industry, I'd started nails when I was 16. And so, well, I'm 32 now. So I've been doing nails like 16 years.
Wow.
And I remember we used to have airbrushing nail art.
Oh yeah.
You remember with the stencils?
Nail art.
Nightmare. But even if you wanted to put a white tip on, you did it with an airbrush. But that machine in salon was so noisy, so big, so like crazy. So it's a different machine to like the airbase.
Now it is literally like a small portable machine, and I think with the airbrushing for the makeup, I think the carrier for the liquid might have been a bit bigger as well, maybe. I don't know.
I can't remember.
It's just all really nice and small and portable.
Yeah.
And battery life is like a good hour or something like that, or 2 hours I think it is. So
that's good.
Everything's changed.
Yeah.
And that's what we do. We just evolve and change. But really, it's just the same.
Yeah.
And with it, so obviously we've spoke about the gun and the kind of ombre finish and stuff that it gives.
Yeah.
Am I right in thinking that it is a hybrid tint
Yes.
that you would use?
You can actually use
in the
henna as
gun?
well. You can actually use henna.
Okay.
So henna is good because obviously you can get that nice liquidy consistency, and you need it to be a liquid. So I know there's going to be loads of people like, oh, I'll just use my tint, and it's going to clog up your machine. So top tip, guys, it has to be a liquid consistency. Otherwise, it's not going to get through that tiny little hole. So henna, is good to use as well. So you can use henna or tint.
Yeah.
Nice.
Love that.
I'm really interested to see. I've seen obviously the clips that you've put on, and throughout this episode, guys, there might have been one pop up on screen already, but we are going to put in some little snippets of a treatment just so you can actually see what we're talking about. Yeah. Because if we're not explaining it to its best, you'll be able to see some little visuals. They'll pop up throughout.
I can talk you through the treatment.
Yeah.
So the best way that you are gonna like anything. For me, I always say prior prepping prevents poor performance, guys.
Absolutely.
Do you like that?
Preparation. Yeah.
Yes.
Preparation is everything, isn't it?
It's key.
Yeah.
So people might be like, oh, my stain is not lasting. You need to prep properly. And if you think you've prepped, then prep again.
Yeah.
Because we've all got those dead skin cells. You know how the skin's made up. I'm a skin geek, by the way. But the epidermis, that needs to, all them dead skin cells need to come off, especially in the winter. And even with my clients now, I'll say to them, like, look, put like oil on your brows like 3 days before you come. The oil on the brows really just help like the dryness, like in winter you get dry brows, you get like dryness. Have you noticed? And then if they do that, then it gives it a nice little barrier for when I'm doing the exfoliation as well. And then I can get all them dead skin cells off, because that's what I want to be able to do. Get a squeaky clean, nice surface to work on. Otherwise, it's not gonna stick. It's just it's like when you do tint. If you don't prep properly, you're not gonna get. But with this technique, the airbrush brows, you have to. Prepping is 100% key. And then, so first you're going to prep, then you're going to make sure you get the right colour match. So, if somebody's got blonde hair, this is another thing what I think we see a lot in the industry, like people just sticking to 1-2 colours. But now, just like everything else, we've evolved. We've got so many colours to choose from, and we know we
different
can
tones
mix.
And everything.
It's like hairdressing, we can mix. And do that nice, get that colour theory right.
All your treatments need to be bespoke to your clients. It's not a step and repeat.
It's not the same for all.
Yeah. So get the colour match.
We've not got the same faces, so why would we all have the same brows?
Exactly. People do come though, don't they, say I want brows like that. And I'm like, well, darling,
different
you've
face
got 2 hairs.
2 hairs in a wisp.
That's not going to happen. So so colour prepping, colour matching, taking into consideration like the client's undertones, the client's skin tone, the hair colour, all of that stuff. So we cover that as well in the online course. Brow mapping. We don't want one brow up here, one brow down there. So even though we're going to use like the brow stickers for this technique, I think I've tried it with using bits of card and this and that. For me, the brow stickers is how you get that nice crisp line. So we'll probably pop a picture up somewhere of me peeling back the sticker. But that's how you get that nice crisp line. And if you don't brow map, you're gonna get one brow sticker up there, one brow sticker down there. So before you stick the stickers on, you've got to make sure you do the brow mapping. Now I've got an amazing brow mapping technique that I use, and I use a string method. So brow map, then you're going to stick the stickers on.
So wanting to ask, so obviously you're going to map the brows out, then, because I've seen the brow buddies, the stickers.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing with those, you can you'll place them based upon where you've mapped. So even though the stickers, does it still give you a kind of different shape, thickness on each client?
Yeah. So
if that makes sense, do you understand what I mean?
I think there's 4 different designs.
Designs, yeah.
And sometimes you might need to snip a little bit off.
Yeah.
Just to adjust it, which you can do.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might need to just like, if you want like a more of a straight brow, then you can manipulate the sticker a little bit, but then also you can just snip it off.
Yeah.
Which you do, which you'll figure it out how to do it when you get them, or if you come on the course,
the training,
we'll teach you everything.
Yeah.
And then also, again, if you've not prepped properly, those stickers won't be flat to the skin. Won't be flat to the skin.
Yeah.
And then what will happen is it will drip down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it'll not be completely flat to the skin, so it'll like leak out of it.
Yeah.
So you'll not have crisp lines, you'll have drippy brows.
Exactly. So there's quite a lot to consider.
Yeah.
And then once you've done that, then you just get going away with your spray gun, and it takes a while to just be able to get it right, because the machine I use, it has a forward pressing, gives you airflow, so just air comes out, which is brilliant for drying.
Yeah.
And then the backward lever, that spits out the tint, the liquid, and that's what creates obviously the airbrush look. But the thing is, you need to be able to control it. Because the further back you pull it, the more comes out. Yeah. So it's all about control. You'll have to play about with your machine just to make sure you get it all right.
It's definite practice.
Definite practice. First time you do it, it'll be like, oh, this is a bit. Yeah. So I recommend that you practice on paper first. Like anything, like when I teach any type of brows, I'm like, brow mapping, practice on paper. Yeah. Everything just practice first, because you want to just get...
You need to get used to the equipment. It's a brand new technique. In our industry, we've always used tint, or like hybrid. There's never been a machine involved in tinting brows. No. Do you know what I mean? No. So I used to, with tints, whenever I got new tints, I would have eyebrows on my legs.
There you go.
So I would map some brows out, and then I'm using hybrid or tint to see the colour.
And see the longevity of the stain. Yeah. So 100%, I think that's an amazing idea.
What is the aftercare with it?
Aftercare, you want to make sure. I just give them the same aftercare as what I would do anyway. So I give all my clients the same aftercare. Don't get your brows wet. Don't touch them. You don't want to put anything on them. Because the longer you leave them to kind of set, the longer that the brows will stay. Yeah.
And I'm guessing it, so if you're using henna with the machine, it would be the same aftercare as what you would give if henna. If you were using it to apply it with a brush, same again with like your hybrid tints, same aftercare with that.
I just have the same aftercare for both. For me, it's like avoid water, avoid any oily products, avoid makeup, anything around the area. The longer you leave it to set, you get that set for 24 hours, even when you're washing your face. Don't go get a shower and start.
Yes.
And how long roughly will it last?
So it lasts as long as the actual brand that you're using says it will last. Right. And it's all to do with the prepping. So for example, if you've got that prep on point, if your client has followed the aftercare, you're going to get a good on the skin. I would say a good 5 days. Yeah. Yeah. If the client's got oilier skin, obviously that plays a part as well. It's not just one rule for everything. Yeah. But you're roughly going to get, people say you definitely get 7 days. For me, when I did it, I got I think it was 4 or 5 days on my skin. But some clients just don't wash their face when they get the brows.
True, they don't. Yeah.
So that's good for them and their acne.
Yeah.
So what date is it actually launching, the first course?
So the first course is going to be on the 28th, and that is going to be online on a private Instagram group. They're going to get access to the online course as well. And then after that, we're doing another, you'll get a live demonstration with that, but then you'll also get 2 demos that you can replay and watch back. You'll get access to that for 14 days, and then we're going to do another one where we'll just be doing the same thing again, and I think we're going to do that maybe end of Feb.
Yeah.
Amazing. So by the time you listen to this episode, guys, the first one will have already been out.
Been and gone.
Yeah.
So if you're listening this, you might have already done your training.
Yeah.
You might be sat there with your machine in hand, airbrushing some brows onto your legs.
You might be.
While you're listening to us.
Or you might be able to watch the replay. So we're going to have it on replay as well.
Fab.
Yeah.
If you can't make the live.
The live one. Yeah.
So let's talk about the competition.
The competition.
So, and the brunch.
Yeah. Yes. So, guys, I got asked to run the UK version of the Browista competition, which is a worldwide competition. There's over 26 countries taking part.
Wow.
And it's a brow competition that encompasses like permanent makeup and maintenance type treatments.
Yeah.
So you've got your brow lamination, you've got your hybrid tint or henna, and then you've got your microblading, your ombre, and your hair strokes.
Yeah.
So there's 5 categories. You enter via sending photos in, and you upload your photos. It gets judged. We've got 25 incredible judges from the likes of Brow Envy, AMC Brows, Chateau Belle, Debs from the Brow Awards. We have
got some great names.
amazing.
Yeah,
Honestly, we've got like Tina Davis, Shay Danielle.
Amazing.
It's just, we've got Gigi Brows. We've just got like incredible judges from all over, and they are going to be there to announce the quarterfinalists at the Brow Brunch on the 24th of March.
Amazing.
Where we're going to have speakers, demonstrators, stalls for you to shop, and it's all going to be an amazing, and we're also having like a Prosecco welcome, and it's going to be just an amazing opportunity for you guys to kind of like come together, network and learn. So all the speakers are doing like real educational talks on what we want to know in the industry, like how do I grow my Instagram, how do I get good at
sounds amazing.
How do I attract more clients? Like all the things that we want to know about. So it's going to be amazing, and we invite people that even don't want to enter the competition to just come and come to the actual Brow Brunch.
And it's going to be in Leeds, guys, which is our neck of
Good
woods.
old Leeds.
So there'll be lots of lovely northerners just like us there.
You guys are going to be there, aren't you?
We'll come.
We are. We'll be there. We'll be there.
We will be there. In some way, shape or form. We say this all the time. With anything like this.
We don't know what we're going to do yet, but we might be there, we might not. But we'll be there.
No.
I want to see the outfits.
Lash Awards last year.
Don't set him off.
I want to see the outfits.
Don't set him off, because he'll be like...
Lash Awards last year, we were like, right, we're just going to go. We're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Then we ended up with a full stand. We were interviewing everybody. We were presenting an award.
2 awards.
2 awards. Yeah. So,
and we were only going as guests to start off.
I feel like we've got something like that coming up for you guys. I feel like it'd be an insult with it being in Leeds.
Right, well, I'm holding you to that now.
Proper involved. It's definitely happening. Definitely happening.
But yeah, guys, if you're wanting to get your tickets for the brunch, you can get them.
You can get them by coming to Bad Gal Brows. So my Instagram is @badgal.brows. Or you can go to the Browista page, which is browista.uk. And then it'll take you to the link on my website, which is www.badgal.brows.com.
So when they win this competition, the winner of the competition, what do they then get?
So the prizes are incredible. Like, people have been donating, like all the brands have jumped on this. We've got incredible brands involved, like Cosmetic Supplies. We've got Monica Avani, Tina Davis. We've got Inley. We've got, I think it's Inley or Inlay.
It's one of them brands where everyone will know what you mean, but nobody actually knows exactly how you say it. But we all know what you mean. We all just say it a bit different.
Yeah, we've got Buff Brows. We've got Killer Beauty. We've got Infinity Brows. We've got Shay Danielle. We've got loads of brands involved. And basically, the brands have sponsored the winner to actually get the Eyebrow Festival ticket, which is worth over £1,000. So they get to go to Amsterdam. But whilst they're there, they also get to compete in the worldwide, if they want to, the worldwide competition, where they'll be crowned the world champion of whatever category they choose to be in. So you could be like the world #1 brow lamination artist.
Wow. I mean, that is the shit, innit? I need to see who that is. I want to meet them in person. We're going. Pack your suitcase. We're off. We're going to Amsterdam.
The thing is, if you're not in it, you're never going to get the opportunity to win.
Yeah.
And I think people think to themselves, oh, I'm not good enough, or oh, maybe there's going to be like, I don't think I'll win, But I bet everybody that entered the Brow Award said that.
Yeah.
Everyone that
You've got to be in it to win it.
Because I'm a judge for the Brow Awards.
Yeah.
And all the winners were like, oh, I can't believe it. I didn't even think.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you've got to be in it to win it, and it's an amazing opportunity, and we just encourage everyone, even if you can't even, even if you don't believe, just try.
Just do it.
Yeah.
100%.
So guys, for any tickets to the Brow Brunch or to enter Bad Girl Brows on Instagram or the Browista website, thank you so much for joining us today and talking about this trend, because I really do think we're going to see it everywhere on social media.
Yeah, we are. But before we go,
we've got a dilemma.
We've got a dilemma of the week. So, wait a minute.
So,
go on then.
What's the dilemma, guys?
So, dilemma of the week.
So every week we put it out to our listeners to write in with their dilemma. And they're going to, because we answer it as best we can, anyway.
Best we can.
But because you're here with us today,
we'd like you to give us a little hand.
I'd love to.
So, someone written on Instagram saying that they had a staff member that left a year ago, and they've now set up their own premises, and they are, in a roundabout way, copying their branding and the kind of things that they offered.
Wow.
How would you approach this, or how would you handle this? Any advice? Because I work by myself, so I'll sit this one out.
So he instantly turns to us too.
I think being a salon owner, you kind of have to expect that.
Yeah.
There's things you can put in place. I think a year later is quite respectful, to be honest.
Yeah, not that bad a year later. Even though, people say, oh, copying's a form of flattery. Yeah, it is, but it's also annoying, especially if they're like trying to entice your clientele or what they've had.
The copying part is not cool.
Yeah.
Setting up their own premises, I guess that when people come to work for you, they see they see the best parts of it, and they're like, oh, I want this. Actually, you know what?
You should see the
good luck.
Yeah. Or they see the amount of money that's going in the till and think, I could earn that. Yeah, but you don't realise how much is going out of the till as well.
As salon owners, you know that, every time you flick a light switch on.
Yeah.
Even when you breathe.
So when you're telling them, turn them radiators off. When you're telling them to flick them radiators off, it's too hot in here. It's because you have to pay them bills. Yeah.
It's like having a second home.
Yeah, it is. So I do think they do see the good parts of it, and they don't realise the bad parts of it and the stress. I mean, we've been talking before we're podcasting today about being salon owners and stuff and owning your own business. It is super stressful.
Yeah, we said that we should definitely do a little talk on that after.
Yeah.
But I think that the things for me which are not cool is a copying aspect of it, and that really has happened to me a lot as a salon owner. I trained somebody for like 2.5 months, and then she went and did that. Fair enough, but she actually targeted my clients, messaging them.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Yeah.
And then screenshotted my reviews off Google, right? No word of a lie. And then also used my pictures, like when you phone, oh, would you help me? Because when I do permanent makeup and stuff, you're like, oh, can you come and take a picture on your phone? So she had pictures, and part of the thing is you have to take pictures, for insurance purposes. So pictures of brows that I'd done, marketing as brows that she'd done.
Oh,
that's not cool.
No.
And I think with the branding side, you need to be authentically you.
Yeah, you've got to find your own identity.
Some of the clients that she originally had in your salon will have followed her to her new premises, and they're going to be looking around that salon and thinking, well, this just looks like a copy and paste of where they were. And that, it doesn't say anything about you who's written this question in. It's more about them. You can see that they've not got that passion or that, want to build a brand and build themselves. They're just wanting a quick fix of, this works here. I'm going to leave. I'm going to try take their business model and mimic it here. Yeah. So,
I mean, what can you advise to that? I mean, I'd just probably try and ignore it the best you can. If it is getting a problem, I don't know. Because the thing is, for me, I wouldn't like to even... I don't know what you did.
I didn't reach out.
No, I wouldn't.
Do you know what I didn't? But it was one of my clients that brought it to my attention. And she actually sent a message saying, please, could you take my picture off your... she put it as a comment. Yeah. Please, can you take my picture off? You did not do these brows. And she when she came in, she showed me and she was like,
did the picture get taken down?
She eventually took it down about 2 weeks later. But when I saw there were loads of pictures. So I think the thing is, we all start somewhere. Yes, we all look for people for inspiration, and that's just like I do the same. But copying somebody is just like, I look at your hair now and I'm like, right, I'm going to go get exactly the same cut, and I'm going to wear those same jeans. You don't want that. You want your own identity, what you said. You want to be unique,
and that's why your clients come to you. Because you've got your own identity and your own way of working. I just think try and ignore it the best that you can.
Yeah, try rise above.
Hopefully she will get bored of doing that, and she'll not be able to keep up with what you're doing.
I think you can politely reach out and just be like, hey, I've noticed that there's similarities here, but it kind of is like clashing with my brand.
It is a tricky one as well, because I think when somebody leaves, I always try and keep on really good terms with them and things like that, because I've just recently had a girl leave and I have said to her, I support you 100%, and if you ever need any help in the industry or with any client or anything behind the scenes, just message me, reach out to me, because I've been with her since she's been an apprentice, and I've seen her evolve.
And you build those relationships.
Yeah, massively.
It's like
so if she wanted to, I'm like a beauty mother, really. So if she wanted to reach out to me about something, she can, 100%. So you still want to always keep them relationships with girls that's left. So I think sometimes it's hard, because if you do reach out and you say something, then it's a little bit like, wow, we're against each other now. Yeah. Do you know? So you've got to be tactful on how you do it. But I do think probably what's a good tip is make sure you are putting something like this in the contract.
I was going to say, that's exactly what you need to do.
You need to have it in black and white. So
for me, it's 6 months. Yeah, because I think that's quite fair.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they've had chance
6 months. Yeah, not with the branding side of things. I actually haven't got that in the contract, but I feel like if you're kind of like leaving and then just going to, especially if you've spent time training a person. If that person's self-employed, it's a little bit different, but as a salon owner, if you've spent like 6 months really training somebody up, and then like they're going to leave after 6 months and walk straight next door and then go do everything you train them, that you have to protect yourself, don't you?
Definitely,
you have to put something in place.
Yeah, just don't go and put windows through.
Well, good luck with that one. Good luck, and let us know what you decide to do.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome.
Thanks
for having me. I really appreciate it, guys.
You're welcome. And we are super excited to see where this trend's going.
Yeah.
You'll have to join the course.
We will. We 100% will. And we'll give you us feedback on it, 100%.
I'll give you some free tickets.
Oh, you've heard it here first on What the Plug.
Right.
Thank you so much for joining us, guys. And we will be back next week with a brand new episode. Yes. Have a great week. I hope you're all booked, busy and blessed.
Go smash it.
Bye. Bye.